Hello. So today my custom paper intention box literally arrived, and I've been waiting for this one. I have not opened it yet, which honestly took some restraint because I wanted to open it on camera with you. So let's just go ahead. Okay, so I was actually waiting for this one a little anxiously too, because I genuinely wasn't sure whether I was going to get hit with the import fees when it arrived. Like, I got charged for my Hubman and Chubgirl box, so every time I checked the tracking, I was basically like, please just arrive without another invoice attached to it. But thankfully I didn't have to pay anything for this one, and I hope it continue to do that monthly for the next month before it becomes quarterly. So yeah, and this is the August intention box. We've got 12 things on here, and I'm just really excited, so let's just get into this. I do keep this little sticker. I attach it to my memory keeping journal just to see what was included. So I put it in my Hold Michi. So let's just get into it. I do like to go item by item with what's listed on this, so we're just gonna follow that. So first we have the photo slide. This is how it comes every month. Let's just open it up. And it's this one. It says what 008 what reveals. And the inspiration for it is the projector sheet. Okay, so I will be putting it in this notebook. So I have been collecting them. They've been arriving each month in the intention box. So I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do this with from November, because we will receive September, October, and November still, but then we will be missing one for December. They might actually put like 2 in November box when they are transitioning into the quarterly boxes, but we will see what happens. So yeah, we have now what reveals. So the previous ones, the July one is what holds, and then we've had what stays, what replays, what connects, what unfolds, what returns, and what lasts. It's really nice to see for this to build up each month this year. So yeah, I will be putting it in here after the unboxing. It's the tinted fluted dashboard in the size of A5 and color bisque. I'm actually curious if they've punched it for the A6, for the 6 wings planner. Let's see. So they actually did in my preferred planner size and punch. And it has covers, so it looks way more beautiful without it. So this looks beautiful. But basically it will look beautiful. This is just a notebook that I have by hand at the moment. I'm just gonna show you how it should look like. So let's see if I have something. Yeah. So here, and then if you put it over it, it basically will warp like the view of what is behind it. So that's really beautiful, and I think it adds a little bit of that luxury feel to it, in my opinion. So that's the fluted dashboard. Okay, next we have another dashboard. Actually, it does look like they've given this time everything in the size that you choose in the box. So for me, that's A5 6 rings. But like the last couple of months, I feel like they have been giving us different sizes, like personal size or even like a travel planner in A5 slim, which are really nice and lovely to be able to like try it out. But obviously you already have a preferred one, so receiving a different size kind of felt a little bit meh. Yeah, so this is the Nuance Dashboard Trio. So it's in layers. So the first layer is the one with text on it, and it says, "Not everything becomes clear at once. Meaning reveals itself through layers, context, and attention." And that actually repeats each times over here. So that's the first layer. It's just clear with text on it, and then we have this open area in the vellum paper, and this is a little bit more thick and what needs to look like bird letters or wordings or writings, whatever you want to call it. So that's really cute as well. So if we actually put this on top of that, it makes it even nicer. Okay, and then we've got the monthly fold-out inserts, and it's supposed to be a set of 2. So you've got basically for a full month, because it's 3 here and on the back it's 3 as well, and you've got the second one. So it's basically just a monthly insert, undated, that you can use and add into your planner. And then we've got this ultra thin divider sets, and the tabs are on the top. It's a set of 3. It's got that matte feel to it, and you've got, as I said already, has a divider on top, and it has kind of like a grid. Yeah, it's a grid layout. So let's see. For example, if we take one, and then the 6th item is the stamp sticks. And it's 2 stamps. Okay. It's a triangle, and the second one is like a circle shows it again. And let me actually check if they have a stamp with it, otherwise we'll find something that we can test it on. No, they don't. So let's see. Okay, so just took this, just turn the lights on because it became quite dark. Let's test it out on here. This is just from the previous intention box where I swatched the page pins and everything. I'm just gonna take my ink pad and we'll do the triangle first. So I do want to mention that with this kind of stamps, I always kind of be careful with around it, as I don't want like the actual square to be shown on paper. So let's just do it like a play button. There you have it. So if I didn't do that, it would have looked like this. Oh, it's actually clean. But some of those stamps that I have then kind of goes around it. But this is actually quite clean. I'm surprised. Okay, so that's the triangle one, and here we have the oval one. Again, it just won't focus. I don't know why. Let's see if it does the same over here. I find this a little bit messier looking. I'm not as convinced with this one than with triangle. And it's actually becoming loose over here, and I don't know if that's supposed to happen or if this is just not glued properly on it. That's kind of disappointing quality, to be honest, if it is going loose already. Let's see if the triangle does not really have, it's not as apparent on the triangle. So yeah, just keep that in mind with this ones. Okay, so that's the stamp sticks with a set of 2. So putting this aside though, let's move on to the next item, and it's this punch pen holder in the color of Aspen. Let's see. Well, that's pretty cute. So you can basically attach it to your ring band, and it can hold 2 pens. That's very practical, and I like the materials that they used for that. Okay, so let's move on to the next item, which is this sticky note. Again in the color Aspen, and it's an oval shape. Here it just shows you how to use it, and it has 50 sheets. And it's just your usual paper quality that Cloth and Paper uses with their sticky notes. So that's that. I do find their sticky notes not as sticky as other sticky notes that I own. Like, it barely sticks. When I do use them, what I usually do is I end up using a washi tape over it, or using one of their page pins like this ones, and just putting it like that. Or I won't be like moving it around. I will like just glue it. So that's the sticky notes. Okay, and the next item is this page flags in the style of matchsticks. And it has 3 colors: cappuccino, aspen, and cypress, and each of the colors has 25. Okay, so here they are. And it's just, your normal page flags, which I do tend to use a lot. That's the cappuccino. This is the aspen. And lastly, we have the cypress. So that's how they look like. The sticky note literally just fell off. I told you it's not sticking properly, and that's kind of like one of the reasons I do not necessarily like to use their sticky notes. But yeah, here are the page flags, and I actually quite like the colors of them, all three of them. So this is definitely something I will be using a lot. So yeah. Okay, moving on, we've got the journaling card set. And let's see. So this on top says the clearest plans begins with the boldest vision, and then so what are you envisioning? And on the back it kind of says like projection. I do like this. And then this one says, what are you creating today? And then moving on to this one, it says, to create is to be in dialogue with what you're making. You read the surface, you test the texture, then you add or remove. Some layers deepen the work, but others don't. Learning this difference takes time, and that's the point. Creation is how you stop waiting and start moving in the direction of your vision. I love them. They're simple but very useful. It's supposed to look like that, and again you can layer all three of them, and it creates this nice visual. Okay, and then we've got our October calendar card. We have our pen sets, but we also got this card. Just says made to be used, not rushed. This is really cute. And then on the back we've got a QR code for more details about the quarterly intention box that arrives in November. So it just says more time to use what you love, more space for thoughtful design, more intention behind the way each piece works together. The debut quarterly intention box arrives this November. So we'll actually just go ahead and scan that to see. So it just brings us literally to basically why they are changing it, how much it's gonna be costing. It actually answers the question I had about the photo slide. The November box will indeed include both the November and the December photo slide, so that we can all complete the 2026 set. So that's exciting. So they also answer the question of, is this just a 3 monthly boxes combined into one? They say it's not designed as 3 monthly boxes bundled together or 3 different themes in one. It's just a new format, a new product strategy, and a more rhythmic approach to planning, and each box is being developed as a complete experience with a cohesive style. The products and the creative direction are designed to work together over time. So I'm kind of like curious about like what they're going to be making out of that. It doesn't really matter for now. I do like to have this because it's a nice insert to be added into my collection. And now we're going into the monthly pen set. It's both from Leto. Yeah, from Leto. So basically it's oil-based ink drawing, and it looks like I got one, the black one. It's a 0.3. I'm guessing that's what the 3 is for, and a blue one in 0.5. So let's see. It does not look like 0.3 to me. It looks way larger, but that could just be because it's oil based. I don't usually have an oil based ink, but okay. And it does bleed through, as you can see over here. I don't know if you can actually see that. It's not just ghosting, it's actual bleeding over there. Okay, and then the 0.5, I'm kind of curious. It feels like it's almost the same size, but it's not. And this blue one does bleed way more than the black one. You can see there. So yeah, I'm not too keen on them. I don't know if I'll be using them. Let's try it on the sticky notes. Yeah, it definitely bleeds through a lot on Cloth and Paper's paper that they uses, and yes, this one is also a Cloth and Paper notebook. So yeah, I'm kind of curious how it's gonna work on the Tomo River paper on in my Hobonichi, so let's try that out as well. Let's just go through a week where I didn't write anything because I was on holidays. They do dry really fast, so that's a plus point. But they're literally just there. Like I can literally read backwards what was written there. An example of like what I used a lot, the previous page is like this, and then you get this that's really bad. Even like with my fountain pen, you don't like see that at all. Like it, yes, you can see something is written, but you can't really read like this. Yeah, I'm definitely not really happy with that. I may be using it for something else, but definitely not in my planner or in my Hobonichi. Let's test it actually out in the spiral that I'm using as well. So here is the 2026 spiral. Let's see. Yeah, this is just a random block. So like as you can see over here, just for I think I got bored at work and I was kind of like doing this checkerboard thingy over here, and it only bled through once over here. This is a mix of Tom Studio ink and my fountain pens. So let's see how it actually holds up in their own planner. Yeah, badly. You can even see it through, like here on the checkerboard. So yeah, they do write really smoothly. Anyway, that is everything that was in this intention box. um Let me know which item was your favorite, and because I already know I am going to end up using some of them immediately and hoarding the rest of them, like this stationery dragon. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.